Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to just hop on here and do a quick little 6-week bump date. And I know at some point it is going to sink in, but I'm just excited that, do I really get to do these every week? Do I get to do bump dates every week? I am just so blessed and so thankful. All I can keep saying is I'm so blessed and I'm so thankful. For those of you who are just hopping by and haven't seen our vlog channel or haven't seen our 5-week bump date, you can go ahead and go watch that. I go into detail of how we got here to this pregnancy. But a quick little brief, we actually became pregnant through IVF. And so this was a long journey for us, but we are here and I am indeed still pregnant. This week has been probably the hardest week we have been in the RV. So a little background story for those of you who don't know where we are. This is our home. We sold everything we had in California and bought this fifth wheel, fixed it up, and are hitting the road for a couple of different reasons, but we are living full-time in an RV, and that comes with a lot of amazing blessings that I'm excited to share with you guys as our journey continues. But this week just happened to be the week that was the hardest week. And so our 6 weeks of pregnancy was surrounded by, I personally don't get very stressed, so I am very thankful for my personality. But it was probably the most difficult, frustrating week in the RV that we have experienced, hopefully that we will ever experience. We were broken down for quite some time. So if you wanted to go check that out, you can go over to our vlog channel and see some of our breakdowns, living in a parking lot pregnant, how do we get out of here, those kind of vlogs. But we ended the week with probably the best vlog that we have been waiting for such a long time. I would say my favorite days ever were my wedding day, the day I saw my firstborn be born and my secondborn be born. Both of my girls came to me through adoption, and it was the most magical, beautiful days. And when we went through infertility for the last 7 years, I never thought that this day that I'm about to show you would ever come. This was a pretty amazing day that I just never thought that we would experience, but we got to. That this ultrasound, I went in so nervous, like so nervous. If you go watch the heartbeat vlog, I don't even think I expressed myself how I was feeling. I was so anxious and so nervous that I was like, I just kept praying and hoping that, I just wanted there to be a heartbeat. I know that it was possible that there wouldn't be a heartbeat and everything would be okay, but at that point I was just hoping that there should be a heartbeat, and I want there to be a heartbeat, and there was a heartbeat. So we went in at 6 weeks and 3 days and we got our heartbeat. When you're this early, they do an internal ultrasound. So that's little TMI, or all the information that maybe you guys want to know when you are super early. If they do an external, they might say, I don't see much, I don't see a heartbeat, but that's because they're a little bit further away. They can't see as much. But internally, you should be able to see a heartbeat, and we have never seen a heartbeat. We have been pregnant before with IVF, a lot of losses, getting to see positive pregnancy tests and doing some beta levels that just decrease. So those are called chemical pregnancies or early miscarriages. We had one that we carried for a long time that we were technically developing, definitely not developing at the rate we should have. And now that I have seen this and learned this, looking back, now I see, wow, that pregnancy was not developing as it should have, because this is what we should have seen at our 6-week ultrasound. But we are so blessed and so thankful that at this 6-week ultrasound, we saw heartbeat. I thought I would sob. I do have to say, I want to get on this bump date and share with you guys my emotions and feelings and try to remember. But I thought that I would just sob and sob seeing the heartbeat because I prayed so hard and waited so long for this. But then when we saw it, I definitely cried, but I think I was still super nervous, and I think I am still super nervous. Which I know they say once you get to heartbeat, the chances of a miscarriage drop dramatically, and so I'm so thankful for that. But I think as each week goes along, I think I'm gonna get more and more excited and comfortable and confident. We have just been through so much, but this is probably giving me the most amount of confidence and the most amount of excitement, feeling like we are moving forward and baby is going to stay with us. Right? Yes. So on these bump dates, I want to share a little bit about cravings and symptoms for those of you who may be 6 weeks pregnant or are looking to get pregnant and are wondering what are maybe symptoms that some other people felt. And I also want to remember some of these things that I felt myself, because I was not expecting to feel all of this and having all of these certain specific cravings, but I do, so I wanted to share them with you. So I'll start with some symptoms. I forgot to mention in our 5-week bump date that I wake up all night long, all night long to use the bathroom. And I Googled it, and it is a very common symptom. I know you have increased blood flow, and I think they say when you're laying down, it circulates, and so therefore something makes you have to pee more. And so I get up all night, and I am still getting up all night to pee. So I used to sleep on this side of the bed. I now sleep on this side of the bed because the bathroom's right there. Because I was not going to be walking around tripping over things all night long. That wasn't a symptom that I just didn't know about. I thought that you had to pee a lot more towards the end when your baby is pushing on your bladder, but I think with the blood flow, it's just a very common pregnancy symptom. So my next symptom, again, at 6 weeks, I thought I wouldn't really feel much. Maybe I would start getting nauseous. I have not had any morning sickness. I have had touches of queasiness, and so all I do is I eat and eat and eat some more just to make sure I don't feel queasy. So anytime I feel queasy, I just eat, and I don't know if there's another way to overcome it. There's a million ways to overcome it, but I enjoy eating as my treatment to feeling queasy. But that might be kind of playing into, I just feel overall bloated. So I thought that you would just kind of experience starting growing with a bump, and I think usually it's after the first trimester when baby kind of comes up above your pelvic bone is when you kind of start seeing a bump. So I wasn't expecting to see or feel anything until 12 weeks, but at 6 weeks I'm just feeling all over bloated. So it's something, again, I wasn't expecting and I didn't really realize, but it could also have something to do with I'm just eating all the time. So maybe I'm just gaining weight and making myself have some extra growing room as the future is coming. But it's definitely not all in my head, because I went in for our appointment and they weigh you, and I am definitely 5 pounds heavier than before getting pregnant. So that is starting right now, and I will share with you guys my weight gain and kind of tell you how that goes. But right now I'm about 5 pounds heavier. But a couple of additional things, because we did IVF to have our baby, we are on some extra medications that most people wouldn't be on, and one of them is actually prednisone. I think what it does is it makes sure that you're not fighting off, so it wants to make sure you're not fighting off baby, which is amazing, wonderful, awesome. I am thankful to be taking it, but a steroid, for any of you who know a little bit about steroids, is that it can make you hungry. So that could also be playing into all of my symptoms. It could just be Alex symptoms, but this is my Alex 6-week bump date. But anybody who also experiences this, I want you to know that I've experienced it, so maybe it'll be normal for you too. So let's get into my cravings. I don't have any cravings where I said, Philip, I need such and such, will you please go to the store and go get it for me? I just have specific tastes that I want. And right now, my tastes are hot sauce and salt. A lot of salt and a lot of hot sauce. and nothing sweet. Anything that's sweet just doesn't sound good to me. I think I was offered, maybe it was like a dessert or something this week, and I was just like, I don't even want it. Like, which is so weird. You want like a bite of frosting and dessert and something. It just didn't even sound good. So I said, I'm gonna be good. I'm not gonna eat it because it doesn't sound good. But instead, I am eating lots of pickles. Have you guys ever seen the big, huge marinated artichoke jars from Costco? I will take some of those, cut them up, put some peas in it, and I usually will put that kind of combination onto pasta. So I've already liked that taste and that kind of combination, but I will just eat it with just peas and artichokes, just as a snack, because why not? Apparently my body just wants a lot of salt. I normally have really low blood pressure. My blood pressure is usually like 90s over 60s. And when we went in for my appointment, I noticed it was already like 110 over 70s. So maybe the salt is just to help with all this extra blood flow, or maybe I just am craving it and I need to slow down. But when it comes to spicy, I literally am drenching my food in all of it. Buffalo wing sauce and Crystal hot sauce are my two hot sauces of choice. So they're not overly painful, I'm gonna sweat hot sauce, but they are very vinegary and flavorful and delicious, and I just put them on everything. And my last little craving is I put lemon into my water, like a lot. I have this jar from Costco that I will just drench lemon. It's like organic lemon juice is all it is. I put it in my water. I pretty much can't even taste water anymore. I'm just drinking this sour lemon water, and it's delicious. And my kids and my husband will say, is this regular water or mommy's lemon water? Because it is delicious, but just for me. No one else wants it. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about ultrasound and baby. So this was 6 weeks and 3 days, and baby was measuring on the side of the yolk sac. At first it looked like that was baby, but I think this part is the yolk sac and the baby's over on this side. So baby is 3 millimeters. So like the size of a pea or a lentil. And at this point I thought that there was just going to be the diamond ring. So the ring is the yolk sac, and then I thought like baby was just like a little white bar that like kind of little flickered. But it feels a lot bigger to me. I don't know. You guys can look at it and tell me. But I was just really happy to see baby felt big to me for 6 weeks. And when we started the ultrasound, before he said anything, I saw a little flicker on the screen, and I just felt so excited and so relieved. I didn't get a heart rate. I should have asked what the heart rate was, but I wasn't even thinking. When he turned on the sound for the ultrasound, I thought it was like checking for blood flow, because that's pretty much every time I've done ultrasounds and I've heard that machine, like the sound part turn on, it's just been blood flow for other reasons. It's never been for baby's heartbeat. So when they turned that on, I didn't realize that that was baby's heart rate and heartbeat. But I'm so thankful and excited that I got to see that flicker. But I know that it can be normal to wait another week or two before you see heartbeat. But I am just so thankful for us, for our 6-week bump date, we have a heartbeat. So thank you guys so much for coming and watching our 6-week bump date. I am excited to bring you guys along on this journey until I can do side shots and show you my bump actually growing, and until we get baby here. I am so thankful. And I just wanted to encourage you guys, if you guys are in the waiting period, whether you are just now starting to try to conceive and have a baby, or it's been a really long time and you are just in the throes of it and are just waiting for that miracle to come, I am with you. I know what that feels like, and I hope that watching this has given you hope. For those of you who are watching and are not trying to get pregnant, thank you guys so much for coming and being excited and being on this with us and maybe sharing some of your experiences. But until our 7-week bump date, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. That's so helpful. Oh, I'm so thankful for you.